Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back here to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, I really appreciate your coming back. On this channel, I film content around faith, lifestyle, beauty, and relationships. So if that sounds like something you want to see, please don't make this your last time on this channel, okay? And how do you go about that? All you have to do is to subscribe. Click the subscribe icon just below. Subscription is free, you guys. I don't think this song tire, and it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. All you have to do is click on the subscribe button and turn the post notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a video, so you don't miss out on content, okay? So having said that, let's delve into the business of today. So guys, I was doing something some days ago when I remembered an incident that happened to me and with me. So I just thought, okay, let me just come here and share with you guys. I feel like the title of this video should be "Not all that glitters is gold." I'm sure you guys say that people already know that is gang. People know that is drama. Yeah, of course. So grab your popcorn, grab your Coca-Cola, whatever it is you enjoy, your juice, and sit back and enjoy this story time. So I'm sure I must have mentioned to you guys that I was at some point I was at a stage in my life where I was looking to settle, right? For some funny reason, I've always had this nudge and this feeling, not just a normal feeling, but this really strong feeling. Like I've always known, like even people around me have always subtly known that I would get married earlier or early at an early stage in my life. And I was a strong believer of that. So I don't know if you ask me why I believed that at that point in time. I cannot tell you, okay, this is why I believe that, but it was just a very strong, I don't call it a feeling, but a conviction that I was going to settle down soon enough, right? So yeah, so I think because of that, and I think because not even I think destiny had it or made it so it's in such a way that in my subconscious I began to run with it. Probably I don't know if it's because mentally I am aged, I am ahead. I don't know how to put it, but mentally wise, I am ahead of my peers. I'm not saying this to look down on anybody, but it just happened that way. I have all of us in the house. We happen to grow up faster than our ages due to life circumstances and all of that. So I think because of that, my mindset obviously was already one step ahead of my peers. So obviously I began to act, my life was beginning to take shape of someone that was, you know, say for instance, I was 21 then, my I don't know how to, but my lifestyle, I don't know if it's the universe or if it's destiny, yeah, something like that, but it was already shaped. I was, if say I was 21, biologically I'm 21, let's say I was living a life of a 25, 26-year-old. Does that make sense? I don't know if it makes sense, but please just follow me through. So I was actively looking for a life partner, searching for a life partner. Not like I wasn't like out there. Do you get? But I was, I was. And someone told me, oh, so you think a guy will just walk through your door and say he wants to marry you? You don't go out, you don't do this, you don't. I'm just like, please, I'm going to find him. He's going to find me. If it's for me, he's going to find me. That's what I told that person. I said, no, if that person is for me, he's going to find me. If God says he's going to walk through this door and look for me, then that's how it's going to be. I digress. So I never used to go out. That I said all that to say, okay, I wasn't really out there. Do you get? I was actively searching, but I wasn't like out there, out everywhere, anywhere. No, I wasn't like that. So this person comes into my life, guy A comes into my life, and I was already like, I think at that point we were already dating. This happened last year before last when I was in camp. I went for my youth service. I was in camp just when this happened. So you know how people were going to camp looking for boyfriends, looking for. I went there with my because I'd already found what I was looking for. I was like, I'm not looking. So all the guys that even came for me, I was like, nah, I'm taking. So long story short, I keep digressing. What's my problem? Please help me. Oh yeah, let me be serious now. So I didn't go to camp looking for. Bear in mind, at that before that time and at that time, I was already meeting people on Facebook. I met people on Facebook, I met guys on Facebook, the ones that said they were serious and did not come through, the ones that would fool my ear. I say, you know what? People should just allow me to see road. So out of these numerous guys, there was this particular guy that I met, right? This guy was like in his early 30s, early 30s, and yeah, I was in my early 20s, obviously. So I still am in my early 20s. So I met this guy. I didn't particularly ask him what he did because what he does, you get like I'm not a person. Okay, I didn't just ask him for some funny reason. So this guy messages me on Facebook and he's like, "Oh, so I'm in Jos. Do you live in Jos?" I'm like, "Yeah, I live in Jos." He's like, "Oh, I just came into." I'm like, "Okay, just came into Jos." So actually, I remember I asked him what he does for a living, and then he told me that he worked with one private organization, a very renowned private organization. That's where he told me he worked. I was like, okay. So also I was looking at him with the eye of, okay, he worked with that organization. So fine, I'm good. So he was like, he wanted to meet me because he seemed calm. He just seemed like a nice guy generally, and he seemed really calm. So I was like, it wouldn't be a bad idea to be friends with this person. So I was like, oh, obviously when you're talking to a guy, you guys discuss, okay, what do you want from a relationship? Are you looking for a relationship or not? I don't know if you guys have it, but it's something you guys should have. Am I talking too fast? Let me calm down. It's something is that conversation you guys should have, so things don't take you unawares. And it's better for you to have that conversation from the beginning, so you know where this person stands, right? Not that the one that if we do 10 years, 5 years, and then you still don't know what you want. From the very beginning, you state what you want. You tell them what you want. So nobody's wasting anybody's time. If it's not going to work, you should go. The earlier he goes, the better another person will come. Do you get? Than wasting time. And they're like, oh, after all these years now. So obviously, I was ready. I told you I was looking for a serious relationship. I wanted to settle. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. I want to settle too. I'm like, not so fast. So I think I met up with him once. Yeah. And then that was, I think it was some days after his birthday. It's like, it's my birthday and he couldn't even come. Like, yeah, sorry, I'm busy. But we finally met up at some point, and then yeah, after the meeting, he wanted me to visit. I said, no, that's not how I operate. To That's not where I'm coming from. That's not what they taught me. Oh, if a guy likes a girl, this guy likes to come to the girl's house first. Yeah, now you go to come the house first. Then subsequently, the thing now serious. You said you now start going to his house small once in a while. But ideally, from the very first time, any serious guy would be drawn to follow you. That's how I was raised, though. Not that you start going to a guy's house, you don't even. I was like, no, that's not how I was raised. Please, if you want to see me, come to my house. And then I was like, anyway, we lost contact for a while. Fast forward to camp. So I went to camp. I didn't hear from this guy for a very long time. I didn't forgotten about. I didn't forget about him, but he just keeps my memory because we've not spoken in a while. So I went to, I beg, that's the end of it. Period. So he messages me one day in camp. I came back. I was really tired. Obviously, every day for this event I went to camp. You're tired almost all the time. Yeah, you're exhausted almost all the time. So people understand. So as usual, I was tired. I came back to my hostel, and this person is messaging me. I'm like, this guy from where now? It's been a minute. So why is he messaging me now? I opened the message and he's telling me he had time to sit down with God. He spoke to God, and God told him, I'm his wife. I'm like, I say what now? Sorry, I'm sorry, can I come again? Is that supposed to be for me? Enough. I was like, if I went to brother. And before that time, you guys, before that time, I had just been feeling my spirit that I'm not feeling, but I had been wanting to marry a pastor. Yeah, I've just been feeling that okay, I might marry a pastor. A pastor must come. It might be a pastor that might come to indicate interest in it. It's most likely to be a pastor. So I don't decide condition my mind to that pastor being married to a pastor kind of thing. And couple for that, I have very good spiritual background. I know a lot about God. I know that it won't be hard for me to, blend or adjust to that pastor's wife setting, it wasn't a problem for me because I am a God girl. So I was like, yeah, if God, if this is what you want to, in fact, that's even better because I have someone that I know that will serve you. You know, I can serve you with by my side, right? I have someone that is knowledgeable in the things of God that can put me through. So I was like, if that's what you want, I'm open to it. And I just my friend that messaged me one day, and then we started talking, and then he's like, "You're going to marry a pastor," and I'm like, "Say what?" I'm going to marry a what? He's like, yeah, you're going to marry a pastor, but God has not finished working on the person yet. So when God has working on the person, He send that person to you. I'm like, oh, okay, oh, that mommy, I find you start conditioning my mind. So no problem, no problem. It's all good. So my mind was already conscious of that pastor wife thing. So when you see and say he spoke to God, I'm like, I don't understand. What do you mean? Because at that point in time, there was already somebody in my life. I could understand it. There was already someone in my life, someone that already indicated interest in my life. So should I discard that person? I gave this guy a chance. So I actually gave this guy a chance, but he threw it out the window. And I'm like, so what do you want me to do? However, this person that was in my life, it wasn't as if it was like gone so far that I cannot tell him, okay, no, I'm not interested. This is why. It's not as if I had gone so far that I couldn't tell him, no, this is what it was. I could. I was at liberty to decide to dismiss him. Do you understand? So it wasn't as if my hands were tied per se. I'm like, I could not sleep well that day. I people no camp. By 4 a.m., 3 a.m., you people have to wake up to have your part. Because by 5, you guys are going to parade ground. So you now not able being able to sleep well is bad. Oh, oh bad, yeah. So I was like, Pastor, God say I'm his wife. I'm like, He did not say that, okay, he was just doing something. He said he actually sat down in the presence of God to think and to ask God for life, and God said it was me. I said, hey, Bamike. God have mercy on my soul, oh, I said, okay. The person I was with at the time, I said, this is what it is, oh. See what's happening. This person says, so. He's like, what does this person mean? I'm like, So I told the brother, I said, I said, okay. I said, you, so you know, okay, actually, what happened was, that's why he now possessed to tell me what he actually does for a living. I told you guys that he told me that he works with a private company, very big company that pays well. He didn't tell me all of it. So at that point, and I said, God said I'm his wife, he now possessed to tell me that actually he's a pastor. I said, you have to be joking. Is this some sort of joke? Are you kidding me? Are you for real? You are a what? Say he's a pastor. I said, I said, in which church? He now called the name of the church. I won't tell you guys the name of the church because the church is actually a big church, has a lot of branches around Nigeria. And I'm like, Bamike. And I said, this thing is just a shock to me. But like, I know you don't believe me. He now sent me like video clips of his preaching and all that. This guy actually has crowd though. He has a crowd. He now actually went to tell me that okay, the reason why he actually came into Jos, at the time he came into Jos, was not because of that work that he told me, but because they sent him to Jos as a pastor, to pastor a particular branch of the church here in Jos. I said, the Allah. I said, are you serious? He said, ha. And I came and saw the videos of her say, Now, what actually confused me, you guys, all the more, was maybe at that point, and I said, okay, but I've been praying for a pastor. I've already convinced my mind that I was going to marry a pastor. This guy fits into my description of what he's a pastor. He said he has sat down with God, he has heard God, and God specifically said he should come to me. I could have said, okay, fine. Yes, I would have discarded this other guy that was the man. I said, okay, please, I'm the pastor. Oh, now God talk more. I know fee. Please let me go with this guy, right? But something was not adding up. It was not adding up. Let me tell you, let me backtrack a little bit. So this is where the gist of the story is. Actually, I told you that I visited this guy once, and it was after his birthday. So this guy, I think when I went, he was taking vodka. Yeah, I think he was taking vodka. And then I don't drink. For guys, I know I don't drink. So I went. When I met him, he was like, "Ah no," he was like, "It's even good timing that I'm here. That he cannot drink this thing alone. It's good that I'm here. I'll have to share his drink." I said, "No, I'm not. I'm not doing that." But then I'm like, "Can you see me smiling? I'm not smiling. I'm serious. I'm not. I don't drink, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to start now. It's not you that make you to start now." At that point, I don't know that he was the pastor. I could understand me. I said, "No, I don't drink, and I will not start this at this very instant. Please take. If you want to drink your thing alone and leave me. Eh, bad only a chicky. It's not by force." So after a lot of I said, "If you don't give me juice, just I will stay like that. Just forget it. I'm fine." So if I realized that okay, I was actually serious and I don't do that. And then since from that day, I'm like, no. And it was he now the way he was not talking was as if he wanted canal knowledge of me or from me. English. Canal knowledge of he was like the way he was talking was as if he wanted something more than just I say omo na there our friendship go end o biko oga pack your load and what and go. So when I left him that day, I knew that there was no way I was going back to his there was no way I was going back to his house. There was no way I was going back to meet him again. Never. Never. Thank God myself we even met in a public place to begin with. So I didn't even have the energy. I say I dusted my shoe and I ran. So that was one of the things that pushed me from this person. So when he now came out giving me the shocking revelation, I said, but the person is not adding up. Which kind of pastor used to drink vodka? Eh? People should wait. What kind of ordained man of God that has a church under him? Rena church with a lot of audience I be members in they drink vodka. I say no, there's something amiss. Something is amiss. And if it's a truly God, I would have had peace about it. I say, see, this thing I just told me now. The honest is I don't have peace about it. I don't know if it was because he had shown me a version of him earlier. Do you get? And it was already something that I had already known that now made me just zero my mind. Because I know this whereby you now marry and say God say you now marry and then in the long run you now discover that he's actually a person that drinks alcohol. He's an alcoholic. He's alcoholic the word, but he drinks alcohol. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I say no, I'm not ready for that battle. Like. Who knows if that kind of person that will go to church and preach, do deliverance. He actually do deliverance. So, like out of the videos that showed me, like he was actually performing. Do you get? Who knows if that kind of person that will go and perform. In perform finish, in go come out na different person. I say no. Could possible. Cannot work. So I just say, I don't have peace about this thing. It's like here. Like if I want to go and confirm in place of prayer, if I want to pray about it and hear God for myself, I should do that. But yeah, people waiting for myself. Man, I say, don't wait though. So I said all this to say it's not all that glitters that is good. It's not that I'm a pastor, God said. I've kind of talked about all this God said thing before. I did a video about this God said thing. You can scroll down. I don't know the title, but if I find it, I'll leave it on the screen. It's not about the conversation God said that it's actually God that said, or it's actually that it is genuine. Because anybody else can tell you God said. So if you're gullible enough, and if you don't know God for yourself, you will just begin with God said, God said. You better fire, you don't know, and you just be saying God said, God said. In the name of what? In the name of God said. Do you understand? And plus, I was at my life where I was really looking for a life partner. I told you guys I was really looking for a life partner. So I had every reason to say yes. God said, "She get." Maybe he was even testing me. He now said something like, he was just trying to test me to see what kind of person I am, and he realized that I'm actually a good girl, and he knows I'd help him. It would be good to have someone like him by his side. I say, hey, God, I beg. I said always, I said, I still don't have peace in my mind. I think I was like, look, see, I'm not interested. I'm sorry, but I'm not interested. So please just go. I'm talking to ladies out there. Not everybody that comes in the name of God is actually God. Doesn't mean that that person is actually a God person. Did you get? I might brag about this pastor guy, you, but what I'm sure of is that he wasn't meant for me. I've said, okay, I don't really question my mind, I was marry a pastor and all of that, but that I've said that, okay, that I've questioned whether, okay, I could marry a pastor and I won't marry a pastor doesn't mean that I should not accept every dictum and Harry. Not say, like I said, I might be wrong about this guy, but I don't have any regrets. God hasn't cautioned me on it to say, okay, go back to this person. I sent to this person. There was no confirmation from God to me, right? So maybe that's why I don't feel guilty. I don't feel bad about it. So I was like, yeah, please just do you. I wish you all the best. So girls out there, not every guy come and tell you God and then you just jump at it, right? Or not because you're in a waiting stage of finding a life partner that you jump at the next available guy that says God or that calls God. Do you understand? So please, whilst you're waiting, whilst you're trusting God for your life partner, you guys should please be sensitive in the spirit as well. Even the devil was once an angel, right? So please let's be guided. Know God for yourself. Most importantly, know God for yourself, like I said. Because if you don't know God for yourself, people will be using the name of God to be turning you, and they'll mess up your destiny at the end of the day. So please know God for yourself. Know when God is speaking to you. Know the voice of God, right? And just keep running with it. If you know how God speaks to you, and so somebody comes with such deception, and God says no, take that no and run with it. Oh, it's the best thing that can happen to your life. If God says yes, then you can say, okay, there's confirmation, right? So I think I've come to the end of this video. Don't rush into anything. Ladies, guys, don't rush into anything. Not every girl that pretends to be a good girl is actually a good girl. Know her after the spirits and physically. I always tell you guys, have a relationship with God. It's only God that can decipher. It's only the Holy Spirit that can decipher all of this to you. I think I've spoken enough. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story time. And I hope you guys understand now why the topic from earlier, not all that glitters is gold, right? Please, let's be guided, okay? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I hope I was all over the place. I'll see you guys in my next video.